The first knock on the glass was so soft, Adam Kareem almost thought it was the wind. He didn't move. His eyes were fixed on the contract in front of him, 8 thick pages of corporate promises, legal jargon, and a signature line that felt like a noose. The ink in his pen had dried, but even if it hadn't, he couldn't have signed it. Outside his office window, the New York skyline stretched under a silver-gray winter sky. The city looked cold, unwelcoming, just like the offer on the table. This deal would triple his company's value overnight, but it would also mean surrendering control to the very investors who once mocked his accent, his name, and his father's broken English. Another knock, louder this time. Adam sighed, pushing the contract away. "Come in," he called. The door opened just enough for a young woman to peek in. She wore a delivery jacket 2 sizes too big and carried a brown paper bag. Snowflakes clung to her scarf, and her cheeks were flushed from the cold. "Delivery for Mr. Kareem?" she asked, her voice soft but clear. Adam frowned. "I didn't order anything." She hesitated. "The receipt says it's paid for." "From someone named Samir." Adam's chest tightened. Samir was his younger brother, the one who'd stayed back in Beirut, still running their father's tiny corner store after the war had destroyed most of their street. Adam hadn't spoken to him in months, not since their last bitter argument about selling out. "Leave it on the desk," Adam said, his tone clipped. He didn't want company. But as she set the bag down, she glanced at the unsigned contract and then at him. "You don't look happy about this," she said quietly. He forced a smile. "Just business." She lingered, studying his face. Then, as if deciding something, she spoke again, this time in flawless Arabic. "Al-Karar al-Wadi Tata Kadhahu al-Yam, Sayaghair Gadan, Latansa man ant wa min Aina Jeet. The decision you make today will change tomorrow. Don't forget who you are and where you came from." Adam froze. The words hit him like a punch to the chest. It was exactly what his father used to say to him when they were struggling to keep the store open during the blackouts, huddled under candlelight, counting coins just to afford bread. "How do you know that phrase?" he asked, his voice sharper than intended. The girl's expression softened. "My father used to say it too. Before," she looked away. "Before we lost him." In Adam's mind, the skyline vanished, replaced by the dusty warmth of his childhood home in Lebanon. His father's hands were rough from carrying crates of fruit, his voice hoarse from long days in the market. "Adam, remember this," his father had said one night, placing a hand on his shoulder. "No deal, no amount of money, is worth losing your soul. If they make you forget where you came from, they've already taken everything." Back then, Adam had believed him. But after moving to the U.S., chasing opportunity, and building his startup from a single laptop in a coffee shop, the rules had changed. Or so he told himself. Back in the present, Adam studied the delivery girl more closely. She couldn't have been more than 20. Her scarf was worn thin, her gloves mismatched. Yet she stood in his $1 million office, speaking words that dragged him back to a time before suits and contracts, a time when survival meant sharing what little you had. "What's your name?" Adam asked. "Layla," she replied. "Where are you from?" "Tripoli," she said, with a small smile. "The one in Lebanon, not Libya." Adam's throat tightened. "My father was from a village outside Tripoli." Layla's eyes lit up. "Then you understand. We don't sell the store just because the shelves are empty for a week. We find a way to restock." He glanced at the contract again. The investors had promised growth, expansion, and global reach. But they'd also made it clear they'd move production overseas, cutting jobs for the small local factory Adam had partnered with. It was the same factory that had taken a chance on him when no one else would. "Who sent you?" Adam asked suddenly. "No one," Layla said. "I just deliver food." "But," she hesitated. "I overheard the men in the lobby talking about your deal." They sounded like they were celebrating, without you. Adam felt heat rise in his chest. He'd been on the verge of signing his company away while strangers toasted his absence. Layla adjusted her scarf. My father once turned down an offer like this. People called him foolish. But years later, those same people came to him for work. He built something that lasted. Adam looked at her, really looked at her, and saw not just a delivery girl, but someone carrying the same quiet defiance his father once had. Adam picked up the pen. The investor's rep would be back in 5 minutes. His hand hovered over the paper. But instead of signing, he slashed a thick line through the contract. The ink bled like a wound, but he felt lighter instantly. Layla's eyes widened. You're refusing? Yes, Adam said. Because my father was right. Because you're right. He reached for his phone and called the factory manager. Get everyone together, he said. We're staying independent. And we're expanding, but on our own terms. When he hung up, Layla smiled, the kind of smile that looked like sunlight breaking through clouds. Keep the change, Adam said, handing her $100 bill. She shook her head. That's too much. It's not payment, he said. It's a thank you. For reminding me who I am. As she left, snow still clinging to her scarf, Adam felt something he hadn't in months, peace. Out the window, the city looked different, not warmer, but full of possibility. And somewhere, in a quiet village outside Tripoli, Adam imagined his father smiling.